Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to paint a floral bouquet, very loose and translucent, and I'm starting with putting clear water in a floral shape onto the paper. I'm just randomly put it down where I think that it would be nice to put the flowers. Then I'm blending some color with lavender and blue, so I'm just dabbing in some colors where I want the flowers. Leaving a lot of white space so we can really see that it has a shape and not kind of a big circle or something like that. Just dab around and make some fantasy flowers. And with a big brush and onto dry paper, I'm then making the stems and the leaves for these flowers. And I'm taking a bit more color onto my brush, a bit darker color, and making them a bit more strong in color. Then I'm going back to the blue, and now I'm using a darker blue. This is Payne's Gray, so it's almost a gray color. I love this color, Payne's Gray and Van Dyke Brown. I think that's my two go-to colors when I need to choose something quickly. Then I'm just taking some very thin color, a lot of water, and dabbing it in so we can kind of wipe out the lines a bit so it looks even more loose and dreamy. Don't think so much, just have fun and play with your brush. We are going to do more layers when it has dry, so we will build up kind of a nice variety of colors. Going in again with a bit more pigment on my brush so it looks a bit darker. So now I'm making sure that all the flowers are attached so they kind of not flying around without having a stem of its own. That way it looks more like a real bouquet. Taking some more clear water and dab around into the flowers to get them even more loose. Same again, more water and kind of drag out the colors so it gets a background onto the color, onto the painting with the color. Blending different greens so that it looks like some of them are darker and lighter depending on shades in the bouquet. Some splatter is never wrong, but I'm going to use more water and blend in a little bit more. But this way you get more pigment and more variety in the greenish colors. I'm leaving the green a little while so it can soak in a bit before I go in with the clear water and make it a little bit more damp, and it will soak in a bit better into the green. I'm taking a piece of a paper and dabbing a little bit off in the middle so I still have these white spaces that makes the blue stand out. Gives it a little bit more 3D feeling. Going back in with more dark colors to make it a bit more real, if we can call it that. You always have shades on a flower, and often it's darker in the middle or on one side if the sun is kind of shining on it. But I'm not thinking so much about that. I'm playing and having fun. Going in with the dark blue splatters. Now I have dried it, and we are going to go for the next layer. So again, I'm going in with more green. And some clear water to blend it in. You can still see that it's different colors, but we don't want this hard lines as it's loose painting. In the beginning, when I painted, I always thought that when I did a loose painting, I needed to choose a few things that I had to kind of line out or make more darker and more specific with lines. But then I realized that if it is a loose painting, it should be a loose painting. But if you want to, you can do the same as we did with the dragonflies in the last recording. You can use a fine liner and kind of make shapes into your painting. But to do maybe one flower that are specific and have this harsh line, and maybe one or two of the grasses to have harsh and hard edges would make it look very fun and funny and not so realistic. But again, it's your painting and you decide how you want to paint it. So if you think that it needs something more than I do, please do it your way. This is just something to hold on to if you feel that you don't want to paint totally by yourself. But it's never fun to do everything like a copy. You are welcome to do that, but I'm never afraid when I try to copy other painters' paintings, because I will never in a million years be able to do it like a copy. So that's nothing to be afraid of. I'm using it as an idea and something to have as a reference. Again, a new layer with a dark color to make them feel more like 3D and that you can almost feel them. And while you are painting, please remember to breathe. Sometimes when I paint, I can suddenly feel that I can't breathe. Then I have hold my breath for a long time when I was painting a specific detail or something like that. So take some deep breath while you are painting and really calm down. Don't stress and feel that the water is drying or the paint is drying. There is always more water to add, so don't get stressed by that. It's just water, paint and paper, so no worries. I love splatters. It kind of makes all the white space a little bit more fun. So I often use splatters. But that's me. So if you don't like it, don't do it. Just because I do. You can always use the splatters as an extra color add. So here you can see I'm going in with clear water again and spreading some of them out. So we get more blue in the background, like there is more flowers further away. But we can just see shadows of them. Sometimes on this channel I'm going to do time lapse, so I will speed it up so you can see it maybe in a bit shorter time. But when it is speed up, you can always change the settings in your YouTube recording. So if you want to see it in real time and follow the steps like I do in this recording, you can just go and change the speed of the clay. And now I'm taking my paper towel and just dabbing a little bit more to make some marks and make the dots a little even. Sometimes I overdo it. I have a little bit of problem to stop in time. I always think a little bit more, and then suddenly I have painted too much. But that's also something we all need to practice. When to start and when to stop. When to add and when to not. So now I'm thinking, am I done or not? I'm not. Now I'm taking a really thin brush and make some thin lines from the flowers and also like really thin grass that grows between these flower petals. And again I'm going to go in with my big brush filled with water and kind of take away parts of these thin strokes, so it still have this feeling of loose painting. So I hope you liked this, and if you did, please give me a thumbs up, and if you're not a subscriber, I would really appreciate that. I hope we will have a lot of fun sessions together. So I will leave you now, and see you soon again. Take a deep breath, enjoy your painting, and until next time, bye bye from Sweden.